Today in Luther's Kitchen, we're making pumpkin spice cookies. Nothing says fall like pumpkin. To begin with, we are creaming together butter and sugar in a stand mixer using a paddle attachment. You want to whip the butter and sugar together so it becomes nice and light and white and fluffy. This takes about 5 minutes on high speed. So that's 1/2 cup of butter unsalted and 1 cup granulated sugar. Now we're going to continue to add some wet ingredients to that fluffy sugar butter mixture. So we have 2 whole large eggs, and we're going to follow that with 3/4 cup canned pumpkin. And give that all a good stir. Now we're going to start adding in our dry ingredients. So with the mixer off or on low speed, you can add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 4 teaspoons baking soda, 1 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, 2 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Or you could just use 3 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice mix, which is available in most stores, especially around the holidays. If you want to, you could add in 1 cup of chopped pecans. We didn't do that in this video, but clearly that's an option. Now we're going to scoop, scrape, and click these onto a baking sheet pan. So we have 2 baking sheet pans ready, lined with parchment paper. And we're scooping using a standard size disher. We're scraping it against the side of the bowl so we get an even portion, and we're clicking it onto the paper. Scoop, scrape, click. So continue to do that until you have a dozen cookies on the baking sheet pan. Make sure you preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure it's nice and hot before you put a tray full of these in the oven. These are going to take about 15 minutes to bake. You'll know they're done when they don't look raw in the center. They will spread a little bit, and then you need to let them fully cool before you apply the icing. So while these are in the oven baking, you're going to make a very simple glaze. And to start with, we're using 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, and we're going to sift it. Nobody wants to have lumps in their glaze. We're going to add in a teaspoon of pumpkin spice mix and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And you want to just push all that through a sieve. And to that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. Once everything is through the sieve, you're going to add the milk and give everything a good whisk and make sure there are no lumps. Already this looks delicious even without the cookies. The cookies are cool. They've been sitting out of the oven for at least 15 minutes, and I tried to pry them off the paper before applying the glaze. Just makes it easier. So I'm just using a small spoon, or you could use an offset spatula, and you want to glaze the tops of the cookies. You could drizzle the glaze, or you could spoon it on and smooth it out, your choice. You should let the glaze sit and harden for a bit before plating these. So I usually let them sit for about an hour before serving them. And if you put them in an airtight container, these will last at least 3 days. And I would not put them in the refrigerator. These are like cake. They're so moist. Or like a muffin top. Amazing. Delicious. For this recipe and more, please visit myclasscancook.com.